All right, so the Philadelphia Eagles have had a relatively quiet offseason, but they made some headlines this past week with one of the more interesting moves. What do you have there, Miles?
Yeah, Nick, definitely very interesting. What if I told you the Eagles signed a wide receiver who hasn't played football since 2016? That's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yes, they have signed 27-year-old Devon Allen, and let me clarify for you. First of all, he did play football. He was a wide receiver for the Oregon Ducks, and he hasn't been sitting around getting out of shape for the last, I don't know, let's say 6 years. He's been running professionally. He's an Olympic hurdle, two-time Olympian, three-time national champion hurdler. So he's definitely got the conditioning, the legs. Maybe we'll see some like sick hurdle highlights of him jumping over defenders. But he has indeed not played football since 2016. And for me, the curious part is, even though he did play football for Oregon, his best year was all the way back in his freshman year, I believe, in 2014. And that year, he got 41 catches for 680 yards, 7 TDs, and a high-powered Oregon offense. I mean, that's good, I guess, but it's not like crazy. You'd expect a guy who's getting signed 6 years after he played last to have had like 30 touchdowns, 5,000 receiving yards, something out of this world, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, so this movie was kind of interesting. One of the things I think about the Philadelphia Eagles is how bad they've been at trying to address the wide receiver position. Nelson Aguilar was a bust. Jalen Reagor was a bust. Devontae Smith looks decent, but he doesn't look a transcendent superstar like a Jamar Chase yet or anything like that. The Philadelphia Eagles need to recognize that they have a problem. They are really good. I give them a lot of credit about managing drafts and building draft capital. But at a certain point, you've got to commit to the team you have and the roster you have and kind of go, I don't want to say all in, but give yourself a chance to be successful. Because it sounds like right now they're spending a lot of time and effort on a guy in Allen, who obviously is a very successful athlete, very successful Olympian, and could maybe play some role with the team. But you've got bigger issues than trying to find a gadget guy at wide receiver. You need to find out if Jalen Hurts is actually going to be your quarterback of the future. And the way you do that is by surrounding him with legitimate wide receiving talent. We saw what happened with the Dolphins and Tua. They brought in Tyreek Hill. No more excuses. They're going to find out if Tua is good or not. I don't know what the Eagles are doing here right now. This is really kind of confusing. I would have thought they would have been after a guy like Tyreek Hill, a guy like Devontae Parker, maybe even Devontae Adams, to kind of surround Jalen Hurts with the guys that Hurts needs to be successful. This is sort of almost a waste of, I don't say it's a waste of time, but definitely an inefficient use of their time.
Yeah, and I mean, they probably didn't sign this guy for much. I wasn't able to find the contract details. That's probably like some barely over vet min salary. Bring him in, give him a chance, see what he's made of. But like you said, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. And this isn't how I could be wrong. And next year we're going to be sitting here telling you how young 1,600-yard receiver phenom Devon Allen has lit up the NFL. But I would be willing to bet almost anything that isn't the case. And like you said, this isn't going to fix your problems. And this doesn't bode probably well with me if I'm Jalen Hurts. This doesn't make me feel confident that, yeah, this is going to really give me the best chance to be successful. Now, if they, like you said, would have used some of this draft capital were able to accumulate so well and gone out and got a Devontae Adams, gone out and got a Tyreek Hill, gone out and got guys like Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, a superstar level talent, then you feel a little bit better at Hurts. But like you said, this feels kind of like a waste. I don't understand why they would do this.
Yeah, and I think the thing, you bring up a good point about how Jalen Hurts will feel about this. So the Eagles, remember, they had to trade with the Saints. So they actually, lost. I don't want to say lost. They traded one of their first round picks this year to pick up even more capital next year. So not only are they not even going, all in or more aggressive in 2022, they're actually punting that decision out to 2023. If I'm Jalen Hurts right now, it looks like he's throwing to Devontae Smith and, a guy who jumped over sticks for a living for 6 years. Not good for Jalen Hurts.
I would also like to point out that in one of our earlier videos, we talked about what the Eagles should do with their 3 first-round draft picks. And we did say a good option for them would be to trade one of those draft picks and get a flyer for next year's draft in case they were not able to make Jalen Hurts work. So, that is a possibility for Hurts. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that either. So let's get the wide receiver ball moving here at Philadelphia. We got to get some weapons and see what Hurts is made of.